My name is May Groves. I attend Mount Hamilton Baptist Church and have for about 35 years, and this is my daughter Sandra, and she's attended for the same length of time as I have.
I think it's very important for us to know that having the opportunity to leave a legacy when we pass on, we have an opportunity to not only to give to our children, but to give to God's work. And when we have moved on, it's nice to know that some of our givings are still at work in that ministry. When my husband died, I had to go through an awful lot of the things that you do just to wrap up all and the Will and Estate seminar really gave me an opportunity to sit through and do it logically, methodically, and make some plans for my future. And I think it's so important to look forward to down the road, even though we don't want to talk about it, it is essential, because then we know that everything's been taken care of. I think everyone needs a will prepared. I know that there are many of those homemade kits out there, but they also lead to troubles. And if you haven't had a will properly prepared by a lawyer, then something can be missing. And a lot of times it takes up to 3 years for the release of funds after someone has died.
A power of attorney is very important, and I've just learned that now, because my husband just got into long-term care, and even before that, if you're diagnosed with Alzheimer's, you don't have the capacity or ability to make decisions, and I didn't realize how quickly that was going to affect our lives, bank accounts and just everything. Even the Revenue Canada has to have a copy of it. Everybody wants a copy of it in order to answer my questions. I couldn't even get answers. And I just can't tell you how important it is to have a power of attorney.
Power of attorney is a document whereby a person nominates or appoints another person to handle their financial affairs or their health care. Those powers of attorney with respect to health care are what a lot of people call a living will. You're nominating a person or an alternate to handle your affairs in the event that you become mentally or physically incompetent to handle your financial affairs and health care decisions on your own.
I think it's very important that the family come together to these seminars. That way you already have a springboard for having this family discussion. That way we've got all of the information on the table out there and everyone knows what we're talking about. And then you can solve many problems before they become concerns.
It's really important for the family to come together. I remember the first seminar we attended. Our son, who doesn't attend this church, came too, because he was anxious to learn as much as he could. So there were maybe 4 of us in the family, all there hearing the same thing. I thought it was marvelous.
I think it's so important that you show up to these Legacy for Ministries. One of the items that I feel is very, very important is that people just don't realize how much you lose by not planning in advance.